welcome to another Kids STEAM Crafternoon with the Alexander Hamilton Library. My name is Afton and I'm the children's librarian here at the library. And today we are going to be making sound wave spoon symphonies. All right, now this is a super easy one to make, so let's get started. Okay guys, so it's time to start making our sound wave science spoon contraptions. So if you're using one of our STEAM kits today, you'll have some pretty basic supplies in your kit. Right? The first thing you'll find is string. And if you're not using one of our STEAM kits, this is what you'll need. So in your kit, you'll have 3 different pieces of string. Right? The number of string isn't so important. What's important is your spoons. So what we're going to be looking for are different sizes of spoons because different sizes affect the sound waves you're going to hear. So if you have one of our STEAM kits, you're going to get one of these really tiny, cute serving spoons for like espresso. All right, these are really cute, tiny serving or stirring spoons. You'll get one of these, and we recommend searching in your kitchen for maybe a normal sized teaspoon and then a serving sort of tablespoon, right? You can try this with anything that's metal. So I dug out a ladle like this that I'm interested to try. Who knows how it sounds? All right, it's all about experimenting with the waves today. But let's try our medium-sized spoon because I feel like that'll probably be the easiest to see. So to prepare each spoon, what you're going to need to do is find the middle of your string. Well, how do you find the middle of the string? Find the 2 cut ends, put them together, and then gently, while holding them together, slide the string through your hand, and what you'll end up with is the middle point. I'm going to take my spoon and put it through that middle point, and then I'm going to tie a knot. Now, you can do any kind of knot that will stay. You can make it like tying a shoe with a bow, or you can do just a regular double loop. But what we want to do is tie the string so that it will hold the spoon in the air. All right, so if my string is tight enough, when I pick this up, my spoon should just be hanging with the scooper end down. All right, cool. Now that means that I can stop there and go on to my next one. If I want it to be really secure, I could do loops. Like I said, you can tie it like a shoelace. You can do a double knot. It's up to you how secure you need it to be. Now, if you do a shoelace, it'll probably come untied a bit, but as long as that first knot is secure, that's what we need. We'll do the same thing to our other spoons. All right, again, I'm kind of tying my knot lower on the spoon, pulling it tight, and then seeing if my spoon will dangle. All right, and when I have all 3 spoons done, now it's time to experiment. So you'll need string and spoons today. The last thing that you'll need is a ruler. Now this is just a plain wooden ruler. It's nice and strong. It doesn't matter really what your ruler's made of. You just need it to have a little bit of strength because our next step is going to be to listen to our sound waves by tapping your spoon with your ruler. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, now is the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to test it and hear those really cool sound waves. So I'm going to be using my kind of medium-sized spoon. Remember, you tie the spoon so that it is held by the string about in the middle. Then I'm going to separate my 2 strings, right? So separate each side. My next step is going to be to wind the string around my index finger. Now you don't have to make it really tight. You don't have to wind it a bunch. I do it just about 1 time on each finger. And then the next step is to put it on your ears. Now when I say on your ears, I don't mean like around your ear, like a weird ear cuff. I mean like this. All right, so we're not going to stick our finger inside our ear. Instead, we're just going to press on the outside like this. So it's just like if you were trying to block your ears without sticking your fingers inside. So I'll press on both sides. Then it's time to stand up and bend over. So I'm bending over so that my spoon is hanging below my waist. If I was up here, well, it would cut off my head. And what happens if I stand up and the spoon rests against my body? Not much. So we need the spoon to be hanging freely in the middle. So bending over so that the spoon is hanging below your waist is ideal. All right, now let's get some help. Okay, so we have help. Miss Bailey is joining us as our helper today, and this is when you're going to need your ruler. All right, so in your STEAM kit, you'll get a 6-inch ruler that you'll be able to use, and that you're gonna need someone else's help for, because remember, your fingers are going to be on your ears. Your helper is going to use that ruler, and give your spoon a tap. Now, you can try seeing how the strength of the way that you hit the spoon changes the effect, but Miss Bailey is gonna be pretty gentle for me. Right, Miss Bailey?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put my fingers on my ears, and this is what it looks like. So remember, hanging over. When you're ready, all right, very cool. So let's try it again. We'll do it one more time so you can see. We're going to let the spoon hang. Miss Bailey is using the sharp side of the ruler, so not the flat side, the sharp edge. And she's just gonna give the spoon a nice tap on that round scooping part. All right, let's see it one more time. Ooh, that's so cool. All right, thanks very much, Miss Bailey.
No problem.
Are you ready to try it at home? Hey guys, now it's time for the science behind our spoon symphony, or our sound wave science. So first, we need to think about sound. So whenever you make a sound, did you know that your voice is actually coming out in waves? So those waves go through the air, they bounce off the walls and the floor and the ceiling, and they eventually make their way to your ears. And that is how you hear the sound. Today, we're channeling sound waves directly from our spoon to our ears. So, how do we do that? Well, that is the job of our string. Today, when we hit our spoon, we're going to be taking those sound waves from the spoon, and they will be conducted by our string. So our string is a conductor that will lead the sound waves up to your ears. Right? That means that you'll be able to hear a lot more than you normally would. It also means, and this is pretty cool, that the person who hits your spoon will hear a pretty normal sound. But you are going to hear a lot more. Really, really cool. So we have our conductor, and what you'll hear are those extra reverberations or vibrations caused from the spoon and those sound waves traveling up the string. You'll be able to hear a lot more of it because of that direct conductor. All right, so this is a really, really simple experiment to set up, but it has lots of different ways you can explore with it. All right, we tried using different spoon sizes and seeing how the sound changes. You can also try changing the length of your string. You don't have to cut it, just instead of wrapping it around your finger at the very end, maybe you go halfway down the string and then put that in your ears or on your ears. See how that changes. Just make sure you're leaning over so your string can hang free. Right, maybe you try different kinds of string. So if you're trying this at home, you might have really thick yarn that someone was knitting a sweater with, or you might have really, really thin string like floss. I wonder how that would conduct sound. You can also try things like using different utensils. I found that little ladle in the kitchen. Maybe you find a really huge serving fork. I bet those tines, hitting them individually, will make some interesting sounds too. So this is a really great one to experiment like crazy and see how changing one little thing can change a huge thing in how you hear the sound. Or how changing one little thing can make a huge difference in the sound that you hear. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, and before we say goodbye today, I want to remind you that you can get most of our supplies from today in your free STEAM kits from the library. So anytime the library is open, you can stop in, just sign in at the back door. You don't need an appointment. Sign in at the back door, come into the children's area, and our STEAM kits are waiting on the purple table in the middle of the room. You can take as many as you need, but we do ask you to limit it to the number of kits that you'll actually use so that there will be plenty for everyone. Also, we want to remind you that this is another STEAM challenge that works toward our September STEAM prize. So if you're completing this challenge, snap a picture or take a short video when you're tapping on that spoon. It's really great to see the initial reaction because it is surprising. And share it with us on Facebook in the comments, or you can email me at afrancis@ahmfl.org to be entered to win our prize for September, which is a really neat 5-in-1 build your own robot kit. Sweet. Also free for everyone who enters. Right, so we hope that you enjoy your spoon symphony today. Again, super easy to make, but endless possibilities in how you can change the sound. All right, have fun, guys, and good building.